Welcome to Strength in Gaming. I'm Samson Lancaster, and today I'm joined with Kat McGuire.
Hello.
Sublyminality, aka Subly.
Hello.
And Giga Chad Sal.
Giga.
Yeah, it's kind of hipstery of you. And he's hacked the Snapchat filters now, so he can still use it. Now we're gonna get demonetized, sued, and age restricted, whatever. So today we are talking about The Last of Us. We're going to be reviewing both of the episodes and give our first impressions and just everything that we think about the two first episodes of The Last of Us on HBO. And I just want to point out that it's been over 9 years since we played The Last of Us and talked about it on Strength in Gaming. That was episode 5.
I can't.
Spike was on that episode.
I cannot.
And he became infamous, at least within the Strength in Gaming circle, for the phrase "just push X." So I wanted to, because that was his main complaint. And I would just real quick. Sal, I think said something like you have to make some fucked up choices, referring to being inside of like being immersed into the realm of Last of Us, and things happen, and you're this character and they're making fucked up choices. But Spike interpreted it as you, the player, gets to make choices that are fucked up. But Last of Us was kind of a game on rails with survival-y type, third person stuff and an amazing story and amazing cinematic stuff. And it pissed Spike off. And I think that's why he hated The Last of Us. I wonder if he hates the HBO TV show. We'll have to ask him later. But
probably because he can't push X.
There will be spoilers in the main part of the show when we get to the point where we talk about the review on the episodes. But until then, we have regular news to start. So regular video game news, of course. This isn't a podcast. Yes. Sal, your cough segues into the news.
The TSA sucks, and they destroyed an original sealed copy of Pokemon Yellow.
$150K.
No.
Was it 15 or 150? How much? 15,000?
It was 10,500.
10,000.
Oh.
That's it.
My question is, why did the dude not have better packaging for it? It should have been encased in something that was damn near indestructible, right?
Should have been on his carry-on so he could have
or something like
that,
right? But yeah, customs. It must have been from overseas. U.S. Customs destroyed it. Hopefully, he had insurance for it. I mean, he's not gonna. He's never gonna get it back, but
it was
he might be able to get back his money.
I wonder if they thought it was like an explosive or something, so they dismantled it.
Oh no, I've seen videos of the baggage handlers just chucking shit, dude. That says
they don't give a shit.
They don't. But it specifically calls out TSA, right? So
it calls out U.S. Customs.
Customs. Well, customs. Yeah. Customs. If they suspect something is in your bag, they open it up and they rifle through it. Right? They have to. That's their job. So I wonder what actually happened there, because I wasn't sure when I read it that whether it was something like that or if it went through an X-ray or something that destroyed it.
No, the packaging was destroyed, because I mean, even if the game gets destroyed by X-rays or magnets or anything, you're not gonna be opening it anyways, right? It's just
gonna be fine. So it's physically destroyed. So
they ruined the packaging. Hopefully he has insurance for it.
Yeah, because if you don't have insurance, I'm pretty sure you signed something that says that you don't get to go after them for that.
Yeah, they might give them the value of the actual game, which was like $40.
Yeah, $40. Yeah,
that sucks for him, dude. Why would you even want that though? Well, I guess it's a collector's item, right?
No, I mean it's like a fucking Black Lotus. That's worth $30K, right?
Yeah, $35,000.
$35,000. That's a
Black
card.
Lotus.
That's a card, Sal. That's not even like a video game or anything. It's
Hey,
just
but
one single
with that card, you could summon something that's a 2/2. So on the first turn, so it's more valuable than the
Magic the Gathering. Everybody,
you
that
can
doesn't
summon.
care.
You can summon a zombie. What was that zombie? That's a 2/2 for 3 on the first turn, dude. Start destroying people's face.
Scathe zombies.
Scathe zombies. Holy crap. Right. That sucks though. Feel bad for the person. Yeah. Like, what do you do now, dude? It's not like they can give you another one. It's like you gotta take the L.
Yeah, he just that's a big loss. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Son.
That's why don't buy shit overseas, so you have to get it through customs. Smuggle it. I would have quichered that, buddy. Nobody's fucking just stick it on my butt. Be nice and safe.
So did y'all hear what was happening over in the gaming industry? There's talk about unionization.
Really?
Talking about that for a while. It should have been a long time ago, especially considering how
with the amount of churn that industry has. It's so bad. Like it's like, okay, the project's done, everybody gets let go. Like it's become a normal, like you just know that, right?
Yeah, I think it would be a lot easier for like developers to find work as well if the companies say, hey, we need to hire some developers, so they go to the union and the union has a pool of people that they can send to them, right? That would also be kind of cool, instead of them kind of like floating on the world. It's like, well, this project's over now, I gotta find a job. Like I have a friend who's in like who does cartoons and stuff, movies. I think she worked on the Addams Family animations. Mm-hmm. And her jobs are so fucking unstable. It's like she's jumping around from city to city every time a project's over.
So they basically just being treated like subcontractors or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So she was she'd be like, oh, I'm in Toronto now for like a year or so, and then she has to move to Quebec or one of the other fucking states, and it's crazy like how unstable it is in the movie industry. It's just, once the project's over, they don't need you anymore. So
and they have unions.
Off. Yeah. Well, no, it's for like motion pictures, yeah, but it's weird when it comes to like animations. Like there's really no union.
I see what you're saying.
So that's why she's just bouncing around everywhere, wherever there's work. She'll move to a different city for like a year or two, or she's sleeping on somebody's couch in another state, just so she can finish the project. And it's like, wow, that fucking sucks.
But yeah, back to the gaming industry. I would say that a good amount of workers are taken advantage of in the gaming industry. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because let's like, one of the biggest things, one of the main reasons why I've never actually worked in the gaming industry is because it's extremely competitive, right? You're 1 in a million applicants to get into Blizzard or whatever, right? I mean, obviously that's a really
my
big
god
name back then, right? But on top of that, they have millions of candidates. You have to be a star performer, a rock star developer, which is the thing, one of the terms that I hate the most. I'm not a video game developer, but I'm a web developer. And I've there's a lot of places that want rock star developers. Fuck off. Just go fuck yourself. Can I do the job? Yes. Okay. Just go away with that bullshit. But then they also want to pay you fucking
nothing.
Peanuts. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They will pay you garbage in the gaming industry, and they will expect you during crunch time to work 10, 12, 14, 24-hour days. And it sounds like a joke, but it's not. To finish a fucking game and then churn you out, let you go after the game's done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think that unions have potential to help that.
Yeah, maybe collective bargaining. Collective bargaining is probably what's mostly needed, right? Is a lot of these companies, they'll hire on like temps, and then pay them like dick. Like they'll put out an advertisement. You know, want somebody with like
But
8-year experience, director
the gaming industry is not gonna like.
We'll give you $15 an hour.
They're not gonna like that because that means a lot more money that they have to spend to make a game.
It sucks too, though, because before it used to be like publishing companies would come to developer companies and say, "Hey, we'll publish your game for you," and this and that, and now it's you go to the publishers and beg them, right?
Yeah,
that's why the pay is so
the market's saturated. You know, it just is because everybody wants to work in video games.
Yeah, any gamer wants to work in video games.
Absolutely.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I mean, I've wanted to do something like game tester or something since I was since I became addicted to video games. You know,
I applied to Blizzard. I'm not kidding you, like 3 separate times, and I knew somebody.
Fuck Blizzard.
And they never gave me the time of day.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that now. But at the time when we didn't know all of this, I was really trying.
Since forever, Blizzard's been really bad. Like
but they
in StarCraft 1 days, it was they would act like you'd have to like juggle their nuts just so you can become like a temp or
well, also keep in mind I was a fetus at the time, so I didn't look into shit like that.
StarCraft 1.
Yeah,
that's that.
I just saw a video game company.
Yeah, they're 10
miles away.
That was a baby when we were playing StarCraft 1, Sal. Simply 2, I'd imagine.
I was still a gleam in my daddy's eyes.
I didn't really get into like the news part of gaming until you guys.
Same, honestly.
Before you guys, it was just, that looks like a cool game.
10 years ago when we founded Strength in Gaming, that was like when I was like, yeah, let's talk about news and video games. It's fun. And this is the only way I've been able to be involved in the gaming industry without having to juggle somebody else's nuts apart from my own. Well, that's somebody else's, but you get the idea. Death in the Water 2. Cat.
Sorry, I hate you. I was drinking my drink when you said that.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, not sorry.
That's what happens sometimes, you know.
I almost choked.
You choke sometimes.
Yeah.
What happens?
You're not going to get the job now. Death in the Water 2 trailer. None of us will get the job. Actually, I might be able to. No. Death in the Water 2 trailer is a new underwater horror game. I don't remember Death in the Water 1.
The first one was okay.
Is that
the second one? That second one's definitely a lot
it basically looks like a horror version of Subnautica.
Twin, that's the one you sent me on Reels today, huh?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that looks spooky.
And Subnautica is already a horror game by most people's standards. So
I think people get distracted by all the pretty colors
it's very
at the beginning of the game.
And then later
it gets more horrific as
exploring and you're getting attacked by Leviathans.
It scared the shit out of me. Like I still haven't reached the bottom.
The ghost Leviathan looks beautiful though.
Oh, it is. It is very beautiful.
I never made it to the bottom of the abyss. I didn't go that deep.
Yeah, I've never gone the deepest I could go.
Oh,
it's scary.
Well, I did. I went all the way. I went as far down as I could go in the abyss. And when my Cyclops started to take too much pressure, I got attacked by a ghost Leviathan, and that was just fucked at that point. I'm dead.
It's like I'm done.
I can't do anything. I'm just gonna die now. Save scum. But yeah, Death in the Water looks really good. It looks creepy. It's much darker than like Subnautica. Definitely more horror-y, even though it seems like it would be. I think it's more of an FPS than a survival game. Yeah,
there's more realism to this one. I know there's some fantastical elements to it, but even the fantasy looks real, like realistic. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, Subnautica did have like a more comic-y, like video gamey.
Yeah, just a beautiful art aesthetic. Version. It looked like art, whereas this looks like
terror.
A world.
This looks pretty scary. I would love to play it.
Nope. Yeah, I'll be terrified though. I mean,
when they were showing it on stream, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, sounds like I
don't think so.
Yeah.
Sal won't be able to play that game.
I don't blame you. I really don't.
I'll stream it so you can watch.
Like, even then, dude, it's just
so there's a game that we're all looking forward to this year, and that's The Day Before.
Yeah,
Psych.
everybody is
just kidding.
I was like, what? Did we discuss this before?
No, The Day Before is a clusterfuck.
Oh.
To say the least.
To say the least.
Oh, I'm behind. Tell me about it.
It's a game that's never going to get released.
Yeah, the last time we talked about it, the developer was asking for free work from
that's not going to get him
public.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
And now they're tied up.
Their pay was going to be a free copy of the game when it comes out.
Fuck off with that. And right now they're tied up in a trademark. You were drinking again. She's going to die. They're like a trademark copyright issue or whatever. But it sounds to me like they just basically made a really pretty gameplay trailer to get money from people. And now they have nothing to deliver. And they're trying to make excuses to delay it. They're probably just gonna fuck off. I feel like it's gonna be worse than No Man's Sky, because at least No Man's Sky came back and like
actually turned out to be a really good game.
Yeah, too. But like,
this company,
a lot of us has some interest, but
this company has a horrible track record when it comes to games.
Fantastic, or I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, they do. I think they did Prop Hunt.
Fantastic.
They did Prop Hunt in a couple of other games, and they basically put out a game and then they sell it off to some other company, and it's probably going to be the same for this one. They'll release the game
hyping it up,
really
trying to make money,
bare bones broken state, and then they'll just sell it off to somebody else and take their money and run. Which was I knew something was up when I first saw the trailer. I was like, I can't look that good. Even Ubisoft when they put out their fucking broken ass trailers, I was like, doesn't even look that as impressive as the other one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, it could be achieved with the Unreal Engine 5. I mean, that's level of fidelity. Because if you look at Forspoken, which recently came out, it looks really pretty, even though it's like it runs horrible on PCs.
Yeah, you need like a supercomputer from 2050 in order to fucking play that game.
Yeah, we basically need like a 4090. It's just because
it's ridiculous,
super unoptimized.
I really want to play it, so it's disappointing.
Yeah, it's super unoptimized. That's why they want you to have a beefy computer so it can take whatever bullshit the game outputs and still run it fine.
It's going to replace Crysis as the can
it run Forspoken?
Can it run Forspoken?
Yeah, it's basically like Cyberpunk at release. It's just very shitty frame rates and choppiness, bugs.
Well, so is it worse than is it like actually as bad?
No,
as
it's not as bad as Cyberpunk, but it's pretty bad.
Not as bad as CD Projekt Red.
Yeah.
I've heard it's just been a flop all around, anyways. Regardless of performance.
I've watched a little bit of gameplay on it, and I think the concept is still really cool, but some of the execution is not the best, I would say.
This was Square Enix, right?
Forspoken?
Yeah.
It's like an offshoot of Square, I think.
Yeah, it is Square Enix. Yeah.
Squeenix.
Squeenix.
They haven't been putting out really great games for a while either.
They've been like, I watched somebody play. Hermit actually played it, a little bit of it before it and he's got a 4090 and he was still having trouble with it.
Oh Lord!
But the dialogue is so bad. It's so bad. It's like they're trying to be like Marvel.
As the chaos.
Yeah, exactly. Chaos. They're trying to be like Marvel.
Fight the chaos.
I felt like I was in a shitty Marvel.
But I'm like, I'm tired of Marvel, and I love the Marvel movies, but I'm like tired of it.
Yeah.
Like, why does everything have to be like that? Sometimes
the dialogue just felt like it was trying too hard.
Oh,
definitely trying too hard.
Speaking of Square Enix and Marvel, they officially killed their game. That Marvel
they
Avengers
did.
Game.
Oh, Andrew's so upset about it. He really liked that game. He really did. And now they're being lame and stopping all further updates to it. And to put the cherry on top, as a thank you, they're releasing all of the
paid
secluded the paid content so
free.
that anyone can get it for free. Such a middle finger to people who like spent the money before or like spent the time.
That's not cool.
You know, that's dude. Oh,
so
there's something I wanted to mention. I didn't put it in the news, so I just wanted to say it real quick. Y'all know I'm an ESO whore. Not as much as I'm a whore. Not as much as I've been like last year, but new DLC for ESO we found out is coming out in June, so it's still a ways away, but you can pre-order now, and it's called Necrom. And this DLC will take you to Hermaeus Mora's land. It's like a huge library.
It's in the Morrowind area.
It's in the Morrowind area, next to like Vardenfell and Stonefalls, you know, in that area. So it's Dark Elf territory. But yeah, the magical plane that you get to go to is Hermaeus Mora's place, which I forget how to pronounce it. But apparently it was in the Skyrim Dragonborn DLC. So if you've played that, you will be familiar with this realm. I have not played that DLC, so I am not personally, but it's very Lovecraftian and I'm here for it. So it got me excited again for ESO.
Yeah, that Daedric god is a giant like squid.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be able to like really perceive him, I guess, but they illustrate him a lot as like a entity with a bunch of eyes, which is in itself very Lovecraftian. And it also comes with a new playable class called the Arcanist, which we're still trying to find out more about it. But like, I don't know if it's like pure magic or if it's like got a little physical combat in there or whatever it is, but it does have some of that Lovecraftian feel to it. One of the moves you can use is basically you're going for a punch, and out of your punch comes out tentacles. So it's kind of like a ranged punch that you're going for, and it looks really, really cool.
Cthulhu cultist.
Yeah, exactly. And it looks awesome. I pre-ordered it. Depending on the pre-order that you do, you can get like a mount and a pet and some other cool stuff. The mount's invisible right now, which is really funny, but I have it. So I just want to let y'all know if you wanted to play ESO, new DLC in the summer, and an event is happening right now. So if you want some event rewards, go play.
I think all the DLC up to Elsewhere is going to be free as well.
Something like that, yeah. If you like, you can buy the base game, and then some of the DLC is free with it. DLC. Yeah.
Which is cool. I mean, there's already a lot of shit. I'm still leveling my Templar.
Yeah, something I like about ESO is they continue to put out content.
I think we should move on.
I don't think so.
To Last of Us.
Talk more about.
This is an ESO cast.
I feel like the Samson of the group right now.
You just pulled a Samson.
Let me tell you about the Eve update.
So Last of Us. This episode is about Last of Us. We are going to be reviewing the first two episodes, and that's When You're Lost in Darkness, episode 1, and 2, Infected, of Last of Us, the HBO series. And I just wanted to once again say spoilers are coming after this. Spoilers. And
come listen later if you want to go watch a show first.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
We won't be mad.
Review, well, come back later. Pause it, come back later. But I just wanted to go over a small amount of the press that I gathered immediately after, and a little bit ways after the release, and stuff is still coming out, of course, about Last of Us. Let's start here with GameSpot saying HBO's The Last of Us cold opening was originally completely different. So they changed that apparently. That was something typical. Like I would feel like, you'd see something like they're just gonna say stuff about it, things are different, whatever. And
a lot
then
of TV shows do that.
Yeah. And then Variety says The Last of Us scores HBO's second biggest premiere in more than a decade. That's huge.
Behind Game of Thrones?
Probably.
No, I don't know. What was Game of Thrones pilot episode did not do as good.
I think Sopranos were probably
Sopranos.
Yeah.
Sopranos, that makes sense.
Yeah, it was Sopranos.
But
Game of Thrones didn't really pick up until like season 2 on like viewership.
EW.com says how Merle Dandridge became the only Last of Us game actor to reprise a role in the series. So that's Marlene.
Yeah,
the head of the Fireflies in is it Boston, right?
Yeah.
And she's actually the same voice actor that played Marlene in the game and in the movie.
It was really cool to learn that because you can after the episode you can listen in on some interviews with the actors, and that's how I found out.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, we're not going to go too deep into all of this stuff, but I just want to, point it out. So, like, this is stuff you guys can check out if you want. The Guardian says The Last of Us review, one of the finest TV shows you'll ever see this year. And then there's this, there's just this thing on Mail Online talks about Bella Ramsey's talking about mental issues while promoting The Last of Us. This is just a lot of coverage of a lot of random stuff. And we have another one here. The Last of Us scares up second largest HBO debut in over a decade. Oh, it's the same one. Sorry, my bad.
How dare you?
Yeah. Apparently Bella Ramsey came out as gender fluid on out.com.
Good for her.
That came out.
Is she solid or liquid?
Gas. And The Hollywood Reporter, TV ratings, The Last of Us scares a big premiere. Kotaku, The Last of Us famous intro is handled so much better in the TV show. So Kotaku thinks it's better in the TV show than the video game. Engadget, The Last of Us is HBO's third largest debut of the streaming era. Engadget. I don't know what the streaming era. I guess the streaming era means
HBO Max.
HBO Max. So past cable and stuff like that. TechCrunch, HBO's The Last of Us gets a warm welcome with 4.7 million US viewers.
Damn.
Forbes, The Last of Us marks HBO's second largest debut in more than a decade. So that's three different fairly large, Forbes is huge, picking up that story. And Variety coming in at the end here with The Last of Us scores HBO's largest ever viewership growth for a drama from premiere to episode 2. So it literally broke a record going from episode 1 to episode 2 of any other show on HBO.
That's to be expected though, right? They keep saying in over a decade. The games came out over a decade ago.
No. This one's different, Sal. I'll read it again. The Last of Us scores HBO's largest ever all time viewership growth for a drama from premiere episode 1 to episode 2. The viewership grew from episode 1 to episode 2 more than any other
on
HBO
the premiere
TV
night
show.
On the premiere night.
Yeah,
and that makes sense because I didn't watch it premiere night, the first one, but the second one I did.
Well, I'm saying all that growth and everything, it's already been burned in, right? The kids that were playing this game 10 years ago are now adults.
We were already adults, but
they have subscriptions to HBO.
We're also living in a time where people are very snooty about their games, like people are with their books. The book is always better. The game is always better.
No, well, because
I wonder how much of that was angry watching.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not about being snooty though. 90% of the time, the game is always better than the TV series or movie.
Source material is
the source
material.
Better. Yeah, the source material is usually better, or
than whatever adaptation.
I think Kotaku's high though. The game was a lot more impactful.
No, absolutely,
for sure. Yeah.
So I guess we'll just get right into it, right? Like, just overall, obviously the game is going to be more impactful because you're in it, you're living it. however
you're
many
experiencing
hours
it. You're making the
of
choices. You're
experiencing
doing the
yourself.
actions. Yeah.
You're gonna make some fucked up choices. Just push X, Spike. just push X. You're okay.
Sometimes you have to push circle.
Ride the pallet. Yeah, sometimes it's the push circle. But it'll be more impactful. But I feel like at first glance, before we get in deep, also Eddie Vargas, this just in. The HBO renews The Last of Us for second season. Like, we didn't see that coming.
Yeah, nobody is surprised there. They were already talking about it before they even like released episode 1. So
yeah, I think it'll have a long runtime. But I think for me overall so far, it at least does the game justice. The casting is amazing. I'm a sucker for Pedro Pascal.
Oh yeah,
so I might be a little bit biased. But,
I love him.
I love Anna Torv.
They're gonna do him like Oberon in the second season. Watch.
Anna Torv is awesome, and I had just coincidentally started watching Fringe again, and she's a star of that TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were looking at like, so that's the actor that plays Tess, right? Like, yes. I was like, where have I seen her before? And then we were like flipping through all the streaming services, and I just saw Fringe walk by, and we were both. Heather was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. I literally watched the first episode of Fringe with Andrew maybe like a week and a half before The Last of Us came out. Had no idea she was in it.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of seasons, although you're gonna be disappointed in the last one. The final season of that, really.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it all before, but it's just been so long that I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember really enjoying it when it first came out. So
it was a solid show. Like, me and Yvette saw it.
Yeah. Well,
every
we're
week.
talking about The Last of Us, though. What are your first impressions, Sal?
It was okay. It was
okay.
Like, yeah. Here's the thing.
Somebody was offended deeply.
Playing the game.
Her ancestors with that comment.
Playing the game versus watching it. Like the daughter dying in the beginning. When I played it in the game, I really felt bad for Joel. I was like, "Fuck, that shit was fucking."
It was more impactful, brutal. But I thought it was pretty good.
And then this time around, I didn't. Like, I was like, oh yeah, because you kind of know that it's coming, right? That's what takes it out of you. Like, Yvette was the one that was like, oh, that's fucked up, because she never saw me play.
Oh, bless her.
Knew the story.
Oh, so it got her. Okay, yeah,
it got her, but
that's exclusive to that. That's a biased opinion. That's a bias.
That's me, because I knew it was coming. That it wasn't as impactful as it was, but
and it still hit though.
Comparing it to the other one, it didn't really get me all that much. But it was okay. It was pretty much like a one-to-one recreation.
Yeah,
right?
It was only at the end of episode 2 that you start to see a major change, but it still kept with the feeling of what was going on. And it would, like, yes, it was a big change, but it didn't really matter in the long run of the story itself. So I was okay with how they decided to like
do changing the fungus. So
some changes, the fungus cannot be spread through the air like it can in the game by spores. It's only like transferred by saliva.
Through bites. Through bites.
Yeah.
Their growth tentacly things.
The tendril
dude,
it's so it's very gross.
Vines that come out of their mouth, especially. I didn't know I already said spoilers, and I know we've all watched it, but especially the last scene in episode 2.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well done.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I must say.
That was gross. That grossed me out.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about it a little more when we get to the review.
I guess it makes it more intimate, right? That the zombies have to get right up your ass and
right
up your ass.
And that they're not
instead of just spreading instead of just going bleh
and I liked the That's detail Dracula. that creature was not as violent because it knew that she was already infected. So it was like speeding up the process. Yeah.
No, it was trying to communicate. It was trying to communicate with the spores that were inside of her.
Yeah. So
that's why it was going out slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tess sacrifices herself at the end of episode 2, and while the building everything's blowing up, that one infected, like, I mean, like Sal said, it's looking to communicate with the spores inside her already, but it's
they
it's
kind
like
of
a really gross alien kiss thing.
Yeah,
that's
they kind of foreshadowed it
beyond
when she was explaining to Ellie that they're all interconnected through these little vines and this little shit. So
the network.
That's why when they killed that one zombie in it, the little tentacle started going on them. It activated all the ones that were sleeping outside.
Yeah, it was so intimate in a way that the game wasn't in that scene, because the game was, the military was after us, so Tess had to stay behind and blow them up. But I liked this interpretation too. I still love the game as well, but I'm just saying that
because like my brain, it's been so long since I've played the game, I forgot Tess existed. So I was like, was she in the game? Like the entire time watching, was she in the game?
Yeah, when they were when they were communicating at the end of the thing, I was like, wow, that's very like, I don't know if you remember the movie Puppet Masters, where they had those little things that attach to the back of their necks, and that's how they would communicate. Little tendrils would come out, and they kind of like use scent markers to talk to each other.
Yeah.
What about you, Kat? What's your your overall first impression?
I came in with little expectation because of some of the rumors that we heard leading up to it, that it was going to be too different, or that it seemed like the showrunners didn't respect the source material, kind of like what we were seeing with The Witcher. So I felt like
showrunners are the creators of the game in this case.
Yeah. So now that I've seen even after just the first episode, I was like, wow, that was pretty on point with the game. Like they're following it pretty much to the T. I feel like they change it up enough to make it fit for TV rather than a video game. But I still felt like they kept that video game feel to it, especially when Sarah was like waking up and hearing all the noise, and she's wandering through the house looking for her dad. I felt like I was playing that scene again, where you're just like wandering the house.
And that's what it did for me, I think, is it kind of like, I got the feels because I was reliving it, like PTSD. You know what I mean? It was like I remember living that, 10 years ago ish. And
and something that I actually really, really loved was the very first scene of the very first episode, where they go get that mycologist to like try and figure out what the fuck is going on.
Oh yeah, like the first, so there's like opening scenes that are outside of our main characters, right? There's one for each one. Like in the second one, there was the one with the mycologist, and in the first one they're like predating, just like on the news talking about fungus.
Yeah, how when the dude was foreshadowing is like, when our temperatures change, it's over.
Yeah,
the fungus start taking over, we're done.
Yeah, the mycologist scene in particular really got to me.
It's also Last of Us. I mean, not necessarily directly related to the series, but just the original story. The fungus is a very like realistic, like, I mean, it actually does this to ants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to an extent, right? Like it's one of the most plausible next to like rabies for actual zombie apocalypse.
Right. Yeah. It doesn't seem like it could be unfeasible. And I think like
rabies could work too.
This is my conspiracy brain going. Like, I don't actually believe this, but like, I bet people think like, global warming's a thing. So, people probably adapt to that.
It's
and
called
our temperature.
Climate change, Kat. We can't call it global warming anymore.
Okay, climate change. And so maybe, throughout time, our internal temperature can change. And then maybe it'll change to a temperature that actually will be able to host fungi. And then that may be something we have to worry about.
You can still get fungal infections that can kill you.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, but it's
blood
cordyceps
infections as well.
Particularly in this show, it's the cordyceps.
Cordyceps actually take control of like in real life of
ants.
Just ants, yeah.
Bugs.
Yeah, bugs. There's like beetles and stuff too. But Subly, what about your first impressions of Last of Us? HBO?
I have loved it all around. And like some like little things, like I really liked that they kept the original soundtrack from the game.
Another thing
like
that I didn't, thank you for mentioning that. Another thing I didn't realize, because it's just I'm just living
so
it again.
good.
Yeah,
like
it's
they
iconic.
didn't need to touch it. Yeah, and they kept it. So I loved that little detail.
Yeah, they were really good with details in this show so far, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, the clickers.
Oh,
The clickers were on point.
Oh my god.
that's it.
Yeah.
oh, I
clicks, I
got
can't make
chills
clickers.
They
now.
did such a good job with the makeup
The
on the
clicks.
clickers and everything.
So on one of the interviews after the episode, I think they explained that they hired fans of the video game to be clickers.
Yes.
And then they got the original voice actors who did the clicker voices in the game
make the
to like
clicker sounds.
do it again.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The clickers were dude, the clickers were dead on in
They were
episode
scary.
2.
Yeah.
They were
Mhm.
scary as fuck.
I like
and-
that they used different types of mushrooms too.
Yeah.
One of them was a morel mushroom, and the other one was like a death cap.
Also, the makeup is amazing.
Mhm.
Oh,
Mhm.
beautiful.
If
Like,
they
and it's
don't,
real.
if they don't win some
practical
awards, if they don't win some
Well, it's a
awards,
combination.
this next fucking
absolutely.
award season,
Oh,
dude.
for
Well, they're gonna
for visual
sweep-
effects and stuff.
Yeah.
They're gonna, for a lot of different things, they're gonna sweep, I
Mhm.
think. But like, so let really quick with the casting. So like Pedro Pascal, a lot of us, I think at least 2 of us are very biased and we really like Pedro Pascal. Maybe 3. I'm not sure about Sal as much because he doesn't talk about it too often. But who here likes Pedro Pascal? Raise your hand.
Who's Joel?
Yes.
I love
Like
Pedro
Sal.
Pascal.
I
Sal's
love
just
him.
like, he's
I like
Joel.
him.
He's
I
like,
like
he's
him.
Joel.
I will
Joel.
say the only thing I'm missing is Joel's like drawl. I do miss that.
Yeah, he does have a little bit less of a draw, maybe.
But it's negligible. It's negligible because I
negligible.
love Pedro Pascal. He's an amazing actor and he's doing it right. So
he
he's
physically
doing a great
fit
job.
it well, and
Yeah.
he did a really good job acting and everything overall. And because I definitely haven't mentioned it yet, but Bella Ramsey, she was amazing in Game of Thrones.
Both of them amazing in Game of Thrones.
True. I didn't want to relive it. I didn't want to relive it, Kat. I didn't want to see it again. I
Sorry,
didn't want the image in my head.
I forced that upon you. My bad.
Pedro Pascal's last episode. But Bella Ramsey, amazing. Like was a really strong actor and just a really strong character in Game of Thrones, and now playing a really strong character in this works really, really well for her.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't concerned with her like encapsulating.
No, I
Ellie,
wasn't concerned either
because
and I was
of
happy.
her being, Lady Mormont in Game of
Mormont.
Thrones.
That's
Just
right.
yes, so badass.
Yeah,
The
Liana
Bears.
Mormont.
yeah, which was a
The
very
Bears.
strong, independent character.
I got chills when I saw that performance, and like I didn't know it was coming.
Mhm.
And I was
Yeah,
just like, "Who
exactly.
the fuck are you? You just like
That's why
rocked
she got
my
this-
world."
That's why she got the role. Like they did not fuck around
Yeah,
when they did casting, and they didn't fuck around in a lot of things, like the mix of visual effects or of practical effects and other visual effects, CG is really
That's what's good though. They
yeah.
understood that practical effects are like necessary, where most
Yeah.
other it's just let's just all do it in CG and
No.
we'll fix it.
No.
We'll fix it in
Oh, it's
post.
always
That's their
always-
favorite word is we'll fix it in post.
It's
Practical.
always
A mix is probably the best.
because there's just some things that work better for CG backdrops. Amazing for CG.
Mhm.
It looks real. There's nothing.
Mhm.
It tricks your eye no matter what. But when you start using CG on characters
And the
and
faces and stuff.
faces,
yeah.
things that
You
move around,
get
it's-
Morpheus.
yeah,
And the clickers are a great example of practical.
really
Effects.
good makeup. amazing.
Morbius.
Yeah. Oh my
Morbius.
God.
Morbius.
It's a
Again,
Morgan time.
every time I think about the clickers, I get chills because they're so
They
good.
were so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yvette
So
wasn't
scary.
expecting that. She kept bugging me. It's like, so what's in a what kind of monsters are they? Oh, they're called clickers. You'll start.
You'll see.
You'll know.
You'll see.
You'll know.
And then when it busted out, she fucking jumped out of her skin.
Yeah, Andrew wasn't watching it with me, and I told him, I was like, if you want to watch this with me, you better do it now, or I'll watch it with you again another time, because I'm watching it like consistently. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. He's like, okay. So he was playing games with his friends, and I was watching that scene where they were in the museum and the clicker started coming after them. And he walked in to get like a snack or something right as the clicker was going fucking bonkers. And he was just like, what is going on over there? And I was sitting there like this. Oh my God, it's so scary. And I knew what was going to happen. So
Yeah.
that's a testament to like how well done it is, that it took me
Yeah,
back, but also
Like they were showing them dead on the ground and shit like that, but I was like, oh, just wait till they're fucking actually running around. She was like, oh, is that a clicker right there? And I was like, it used to be one.
Yeah, right.
He's
Like,
dead.
you'll know when it's a clicker. But
come on.
yeah, it's I think they did a really good job. I think for the first time in a long time, I think the last time was Witcher, for at least for a little while. But Witcher was also not even, I mean, let's be honest, not even an amazing game to begin with. So the Netflix series was pretty good. But this, I think it does the original video game justice. I think I haven't even heard a voice of anybody that disagrees so far.
Yeah,
like,
everybody,
which is,
pretty much everybody, the consensus is it's good.
yeah,
And
which is
it is.
Yeah.
is I mean, has that ever, when was the last time it happened with a video game to a movie or series?
Fucking never.
Never, yeah.
It's always
never
really bad.
Yeah,
It's
the
never
conversion,
happened, right?
Yeah, it's usually really bad.
Yeah.
Usually really bad to okay. Like we could probably agree that there were some that were okay, but I don't think it's
Best one, oh, you know what? The best one was Dragon Ball Z Evolution.
that's not a video game.
Yes, it is.
Was it a video game first?
No.
Anime first.
It was anime.
It was an anime first. It doesn't count,
Oh
Sal.
my God, Sal.
It's a video
You're
game.
going the wrong way. But
Oh, the Bleach one.
That's anime.
Anime,
Actually, it's all manga.
Sailor
first.
Moon.
So there we go. Now we got it. Sailor Moon. But no. So I think it's safe to say, because I haven't seen a headline like this yet.
Double Dragon. Had Alyssa Milano in it.
The bit's over, Sal. The bit's dead. But I think it's safe to say this is the first time, at least Strength in Gaming and most of the general media can agree so far. And send us your disagreement. If you have a legitimate reason why you don't think it's great, tell us. But I think it's safe to say, for the first time,
it's good.
It's good.
So far.
Yeah, there's also that too.
So
There's
far,
that too.
yes.
Too.
I'm excited for the next episode,
But you're worried. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good
I mean-
so far.
keep cautiously optimistic. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
We'll come back
And-
at the end of the season and then do an
And
overall, right?
This
They did
episode
a good
comes
job
out.
for the full season.
This
next
episode comes out
episode.
after
The third one.
third. So us now, you guys listening to us now, we don't know what episode 3 entails. So
Yeah, and also I think if you guys are cool with it, I think we should just we should follow this series.
oh, for sure.
Like
Yeah.
like even if it's just like, this might be the biggest one we do episode wise, but maybe at least each episode we'll give our opinion about the latest episode
Yeah.
or two of
There's like
of
previously
Last of
on
Us.
Strength
and then
and
like
Gaming.
Sal said, yeah,
It
previously on Strength and
stinks.
Gaming.
Throw it into the news at the end of the news segment.
Yeah,
you know?
because let's face it, Last of Us is a huge part of this show. it has been since, you know, we started.
Yeah, it's a huge part of the gaming community in general.
And it's a huge part of gaming community. And yeah, I mean, I still remember when I obsessively stayed awake until 4 a.m, binging the game. I had played it all day.
Here's hoping they don't save their flamethrower rounds to the
I saved the fucking flamethrower rounds, bro. Oh, I didn't use it. Could have been nice. Would have been nice. But yeah, don't save your flamethrower rounds. Use them, man. When you see an opportunity, use them. But
yeah, and also before we go for the night, I just wanted to shout out what games are coming out next. And it looks like the only big game coming out before we record our next episode will be Hogwarts Legacy on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on February 10th, and I will be playing it. So
I have a bad feeling about that game.
I have a bad feeling about
I'm trying not to have too many expectations. I'm just waiting for it to come to me in the mail because I pre-ordered it, and once it gets here, I'm gonna start playing.
Yeah,
and live my Hogwarts life.
Let's hope. You can be a hopeful Hufflepuff.
Oh, I'm for sure fucking being a Hufflepuff. You goddamn right.
I'm worried about that too, but not as much because I'm not as into it. But thank you, Kat, for that, and thank you everybody for listening. And like I said, send us your thoughts about The Last of Us. Send us your thoughts about us, whatever you want. But yeah,
you know what the dev team should do for Hogwarts Legacy is throw a transgender character in.
That you can.
Holy shit.
But you can make your character transgender.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
J.K. Rowling's head.
She has nothing to do with it.
Nah, that's
good.
Why.
She has even said herself that playing, she dislikes the idea of people playing this game. So really, you're not supporting her if you play this game.
Nice.
But
does she get money from it though?
I mean, she already is a billionaire. Like, it's not going to make a difference. She just has loyalties for creating the IP.
It sounds like she's trying to convince her or justify.
Well, I really don't think that I'm
newspaper
hurting any community by playing a Harry Potter game.
No, all you're doing is hurting the devs. She already got the money. She already got the money for the license.
Well, the devs already got paid too.
Yeah.
And let go.
And let go. Yeah. They're probably like homeless right now.
But I did see that there are transgender people that worked on this game, and they worked really hard at it.
If you're gonna buy the game, make your character transgender just so you can spite J.K. Rowling.
Stick it to J.K.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make your character gender fluid or non-binary.
Yeah, like Mercury.
Alrighty. Good night, you motherfucking nerds.
Good night.
You get it, Ellie? We're The Last of Us.
And roll credits.
Alrighty.
Thank you so much to all the nerds that listened. You can find us at strengthengaming.com or email us at info@strcast.com.